Oh man, I think we're late enough. We should just go ahead and start, right? Just like go ahead and start. What's up, everybody? Good morning. Good morning. It's Wednesday. It's February 23rd. And I woke up feeling aggressively positive. So here we are. Here we are. We are not live on Twitch today. So anybody seeing this on YouTube? Great job. Great job. I don't know what was happening with Mob Crush when we were trying to go live, but I was getting all kinds of Twitch API errors. So I tried signing out, signing back in, didn't work. I tried, clearing the cache and all cookies and then trying again. And then I got locked into a sign in cycle or a create account cycle where I couldn't log in. Every time I hit log in, it's like, what do you want your name to be? It's like, or log in below. And then you'd hit log in and it would spinny wheel and then be like, what do you want your name to be? So I couldn't even log in. I had to kick it over to Edge, which I usually do most of the restream stuff through Chrome is a little bit more compatible. So I have no idea. I still couldn't get Twitch to work on a different browser. So I don't know if there's just some communication error going on between Mob Crush and Twitch right now, but we are not live on Twitch. So this is an exclusive Trovo YouTube stream. And I think that's the first time that's ever happened. We've had combo YouTube and Twitch streams, but we've never had a stream without Twitch yet till today. So welcome to history, everybody. That was the end of the old PVC playlist. Let's kick on some legitimate beats. Monday's soundtrack was brought to you by the Chattington Street Milk Collective. They'd launched their album this week, I think, and you should check them out on Bandcamp. You can search for the Chattington Street Milk Collective, and it'll pop right up. So this is not them. This is just our standard DMCA-free relaxing playlist on YouTube. But good morning, guys. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for being here. My name is Orphan. This is the Positive Vibes Club. And we just get into some shenanigans, really. To outline today's show, we are going to do stretches first. We always start with stretches. Then we are going to go into, a 30-second abstract meditation, deep breathing exercise where we think about something specific and then slow our breathing. Yeah, it's quick. You can handle it. And then after that, we usually have a craft section, oh no, you know what? After our deep breathing exercise, we actually have Moment of Vibrance. So we have this Positive Vibes Club book here, and we jot down things that people are excited about or struggling with, and we have a ton of awesome stickers we throw in there. So if you've completed a project, you're working on a project, you're just excited about something in general, or the opposite of that, if you're really struggling with something, or you have something on your plate that you can't quite handle alone and need some extra vibes, let us know. We'll jot it down in the vibes book and throughout the week send you those extra vibes. So that is Moment of Vibrance. And then from there we segue into a craft. Usually we made this was a bow tie from weeks ago. Do I have any other crafts in here still? No, they're all in the kitchen because I'm very proud of them. Oh, nope, here's one. We made this little paper worm thing. Yeah. What's up, Dornellis? Good morning. But today, instead of doing crafts, we're gonna do a second video. So we're traveling to Benin, today in West Africa. It's a small little country, a little bit smaller, I think, than Pennsylvania. But we are going to watch a video on YouTube from Geography Now. I don't know if anybody is familiar with that series. This guy puts a ton of work into these videos, and surprisingly enough, he has Benin. So we're gonna watch that. It's pretty short, but he's a funny dude, really entertaining. So we'll watch that. You know what I don't have pulled up is a Benin in 4K video. Let me grab that really quick, because man, that Twitch problem earlier just got me all discombobulated, you know? But we are gonna start off with stretches here in just a minute. Yeah, this looks like what we want. I'm gonna pause that.
Take the journey.
No, don't. All right. Hey, it's gallivanting again. That's awesome. I didn't even notice that. She was our video last week, and she did a really good job. So that's cool. We've got a couple of videos from YouTube coming up. Let's go ahead and kick off with stretches, you guys. Just lean back. Let me turn my music down just a scotch. Just a scotch. That'll do. All right. Free-form stretching, guys. Oh, go to the right. And then we go to the left. Oh, yeah. That's good stuff. I like to shake out the hands, you know. I play a lot of video games. I gotta stretch these hands. So grab that thumb, bring it into your forearm, stretch that, and then do the opposite. Push those fingers backwards, bend that. Don't do it too hard. You'll kind of pull the hamstring of the finger. I don't know what that muscle is called, I'm gonna be honest. But yeah. The hamstring of the finger, you'll tweak it if you push too hard, but it is a good stretch. Just kind of warms everything up. Another one I like to do that's a little bit less intense is, you know, put all the fingers together and then smoosh that hand in and then raise the elbows. Kind of does the same thing, but it doesn't force your fingers back quite as far. I feel like you don't get that hard stretch. Let's do across the chest. I've also somehow managed to minimize my chat. So, there we go. There we go. There we go. Keep updating, chat. We want to see it. All right. Stand up for the rest of stretches. If you're in an office, obviously do your best to replicate this in your chair. Or if you can stand up, do it. You should. So we are gonna go feet shoulder width apart in our pajamas. And just touch our toes, you know? And if you're an overachiever, touch the floor. Challenge accepted. Ooh, that's a good one. All right, then let's widen the stance just a little bit and then go straight for that right leg. Just the right leg. My jacket's the same color as my couch, you guys. I blend in. I blend right in. All right, left leg. Somehow I managed to, like, pop something. I don't know how this guy gets away with uploading 12-hour videos that are like 5 songs on repeat. This is probably not the only time we're gonna hear this song today. It's crazy! And he's got like 100 of these videos. They're all identical. I cannot play a different song by this guy. All right, stretches. I'd say that stretch is complete. I feel pretty good. We didn't actually do all of our stretches. Is it worth doubling back? It is Wednesday, you know, we're gonna need the extra stretches. Let's go ahead and knock them out. So we'll just grab our feet and bring those in. And I doubled up on my pants because it's freaking cold. So 2 pairs of pajamas. How do you feel about that? 2 pairs of pajamas. Ordinarily, you guys wouldn't have known, but we do stretches on this stream, so. Dead giveaway. Woo! All right, and then grab the knee, and bring that up. Yeah! And then other knee, and bring it up. That's pretty good. I'm gonna touch my toes one more time because I feel like the last stretches just tightened up that lower back. I don't want it to be tight. I want it to be loose. Ah, good enough. Good enough. We did it, you know, check it off. Check it off the old list. All right, let's see here. All right, so today, it's Wednesday. We're halfway to Friday. So our deep breathing today is going to be just picturing kind of the same as what we did on Monday, except for it should be a little bit less overwhelming. So Monday, as we were breathing, we were just trying to kind of schedule out our week. Every important thing we needed to get done kind of went on this imaginary line in its own space. You know, the further away on this side, it was closer to Friday. The closer on this side was Monday. We just kind of tried to organize our week in our head. Let's do the same thing again today, but you know, now it's Wednesday, so it's really just what do we have to get done, you know, this afternoon, tomorrow afternoon, and then it's more or less the weekend. So obviously you got to take Friday into account, but who really works their hardest on Friday? Come on. Let's do it. Deep breath, thinking about everything else that you need to knock out this week. Should be easy. And then hold that for just a second and let it out. And then rinse and repeat, you know, one more deep breath. Considering your schedule for the week, like what all do you have to knock out? And make sure you give yourself enough time to do it, you know? Exhale here. And then another deep breath. And this time, don't think about the task itself, just kind of think about the surrounding space. Like how much space is that gonna take up time-wise for you to make sure that you get it done? And then exhale again. And then last one, inhale one more time. And then just imagine yourself, you know, confidently accomplishing that task before the deadline, and then exhale. Easy. Easy peasy. Great job, you guys. On to Moment of Vibrance. Does anybody have anything exciting going on or stressful? You know, we'll put the name in the book either way and send you the vibes you need. But if anybody has anything going on that they want or need to share, go for it. We are about it and we're here for it. Let's see here. I haven't heard back anything from my portfolio, so I'm still off in limbo on that one. Hey, enjoy your lunch, Dornellis. We'll be here. And we gotta move soon. We were gonna try to go look at apartments this week, but the weather is being a bit of a jerk. So it's snowed for 3 days straight, and we have one car right now. It's not great in snow, so we're gonna wait until probably tomorrow to go check out some places, and hopefully we get one that we really like. It is like getting down to be like a month away from our move, so we packed up a couple of boxes, which that's that's stressful. That's a lot of work, but other than that, everything's going pretty smooth over here. Just really looking forward to getting some fixed income with this resume portfolio thing. Hopefully that happens soon, because man, it is awful not having paid work for a while. Really stressful. But if nobody's got anything out there today, we're not doing a craft. I've already mentioned that. And instead, we're gonna learn a little bit more about Benin than we normally would. So typically I will drop in on Google Street View. We're still gonna do that. We're gonna watch this video first, because it's gonna kind of set us up with the history and stuff about Benin. But we're gonna drop into Street View after that, and then once we're done with Street View, we'll watch an actual 4K kind of travel video. So we'll get to learn about the place a little bit more in depth than we normally would. Then we'll see it, in Street View just because it's fun, and then we'll watch a good 4K travel drone video. Just get a whole holistic idea of what we're missing over there. So let's really dive into it. Pause this, or actually just drag it down a little bit. All right, so this is, let me kick over my screen here. Oh no, I don't have it. There we go. So this is Geography Now. This dude, like I said, puts a lot of work and research into these videos. It's really good, and he's pretty funny. I really like him. So we are gonna watch him talk and explain Benin, and I hope you guys enjoy it before we hop into Street View.
Benin, well, you have an invitation to begin in Benin. When in doubt, just use puns for the intro. Score!
I'm sorry, I'm trying to make this as loud as I can, and it is.
Hey everybody, I'm your host Paul Barbado. Today we head
not
to
much I
West
can do.
Africa for the first time. But before we do, you know the drill. Let's dissect the flag. The flag of Benin is pretty simple. It just has three colors, green, yellow, and red. The yellow and green represent the savannas and the palm groves located in the south of the country, and the red represents the, say it with me, the bloodshed for those who fought for the country. In another respect, the flag also utilizes the Pan-Africanist movement colors to signify the unity and strength of the people after colonization and pride in their identity. That was so much easier from Belize's flag from last time. All right, moving on.
There you go, better fit.
Benin may be a very narrow and thin country, but don't be fooled, it has a long and crazy history behind its location. First of all, Benin is located in West Africa, below the Sahara line, bordered by 4 other countries: Togo, Burkina Faso, Niger, and Nigeria, with the Gulf of Guinea to the south. People will tell you that...
Hey, what's up, Judd? How you doing, man?
I personally think it looks like a mushroom cloud explosion right before the top of the mushroom cloud expands and gets crazy. The capital is Porto Novo, which means new port in Portuguese, despite the fact that French is the official language, and is located in the south. However, the seat of
I wish I could make this louder.
Buildings are located just a few kilometers southwest in the largest city, Cotonou, located on the coast. The country is divided up into 12 departments, which are divided into 77 communities. Originally, the country
only
had 6,
for me,
only
on my end.
The original 6 split up, and then Arakira, Plateau, Litoral, Jogu, Dogbatota and Colines were added, each with their own capital city. Although the coastline is only about 75 miles long, or 120 kilometers, the majority of people live in the south within 100 kilometers of the coast. However, the north has some decently sized towns that hold their ground, especially in the Donga and Aracora districts along the border by Togo, such as Natitingo and Jogo. In the far north is a disputed patch of land that they have with Burkina Faso near the Beninese town of Porga, which has the world's most boring airport ever. A large portion of the borders go along rivers, the Penjari River for Burkina
Chrome was
Faso,
really throwing some problems at me earlier, so all of this today is on
my side has lush green
edge,
savannas
and
your
it's
side is just dry desert. Most of
not going so great.
Really marked or enforced, giving people easy access from Nigeria and Togo. I mean, half the city.
But I also have like an audio processing thing on like software that routes all of my audio, so I bumped that up super hard. It's like maxed out, and
I'll just take these extra 10 miles
for some reason, I don't know if it's just the video
the main tributary to the sea, I'm
or what,
this
but
small little creek that juts inland. Oh, and I'll call the area Grand Popo because that's what I am, Togo. I'm the Grand Popo, and don't you forget it. Sorry, Benin, but when you look at the map, it does kind of look like you pulled a geographical jerk move. But hey, you're not the only one.
Let's see.
Well, Benin may be small with some interesting perimeters, but
there we
what really
go.
Counts is the secret special things in those.
I'm an idiot. I should have done that earlier.
All right, we connected the dots, and now let's color in this slab of sovereignty, shall we? Benin's landscape is generally flat for the most part. The country gradually slopes a little bit upwards the further north you go until you reach the Aracora mountain range along the northwest border with Togo. With the highest point, Mont Sokbaro, at only about 650 meters or 2,200 feet above sea level, being in this area. However, generally there are four main geographical areas that divide up this country. The low-lying sandy coast with marshes and lagoons connected to the ocean, the plateaus with valleys and rivers where the majority of ecoregions and nature preserves are found in, and then you got the flatlands with the dry savannas and rocky hills further north, and finally the Aracora mountain region in the northwest. Here's the thing, Benin kind of has two-ish separate climates, the south and the north. The south is generally hot and humid year-round and gathers most of the rainfall.
Got stuck in Ableton?
North, the closer you get to the
No
Sahel,
worries, man. No worries. I was late going live because I was having problems on Twitch. I just couldn't get it. It wouldn't work on any platform or any browser. I don't know. I'm sure it'll work again like in an hour, but
join me, Savannah. Become one.
I don't know what I was supposed to do about it.
I want to drink some water and like grow plants. Y'all deserts out of my face.
It's happened for me on Trovo before, so I like specifically tweeted about Trovo today, and when it took forever and hung up, I was like, please tell me it's not Trovo. And luckily it was Twitch.
This wind dries up the grass and vegetation annually and leaves a veil of dust that hangs over everything. This is also the season where farmers burn the brush to help nourish the soil for next year's harvest. Speaking of which, Benin is, as many African nations are, an agriculture-driven economy in which food items and cotton make up the majority of the GDP. However, they do have one secret weapon: gold. Locked away in the veins of the Aracora Mountains, close to the towns of Kwatena and Chantangu, is Benin's largest gold mines, which in recent years has contributed to as high as around 20% of overall exports, mostly from foreign investors like China and the European countries. See, that would have been a great transition for the friend zone, but we have to follow the format again. Here's demographics. The people of Benin. Now this is where things get interesting, and then confusing, and then weird, and then a little scary, and then back to interesting. First of all, the country has about 10 million people, or about the same size
What
as
is my
Sweden.
volume?
Now here's
My
where things
max
get a little
volume. Okay,
complicated.
100.
In terms of tribal ethnic groups, Benin has 42, the largest ones, the Fon, the Aja, the Yoruba, the Bariba,
trying to think where the gate is coming from here.
Kabye, and the Dendi. Speaking of which, Ajas and Fons, in addition to Ewes and Ga-Adangbe tribes found along the coast of West Africa, make up the majority of tribes that were taken to the Americas from this region during the transatlantic slave trade. Many of them headed to North America and the Caribbean, as opposed to the Africans from the southern regions of Africa, like Angola and Cape Verde, that went to the South American regions like Brazil and Venezuela. Also, although debatable, it's been said that voodoo originated from the Aja and Mina tribes, whom brought the belief to the Americas most heavily in Haiti. To this day, about 17% of the country still practices one variation or another of voodoo. However, the rate is even higher in neighboring Togo, with many in Nigeria as well, making the area unofficially known as the Voodoo Coast. Traditional African religions, in addition to voodoo, make up about half
I did a lot of looking into
Christians,
voodoo
mostly in
because
the
of
South,
this.
make up about 30%, and Muslims, mostly in
Not
the
specifically
North, make
this
up about
video,
20%.
but
However, it's kind of confusing because many Beninese people will overlap traditional beliefs with Christianity and Islam. Nominally, about 42% identify as Christian. However, doctrinally, it's more like a 12% fusion Christianity compromise buffer zone, and the same goes for those who claim to be Muslims. Although small and less than 1%, the majority of the white population in Benin are mostly Christian missionaries who provide aid and long-term assistance such as economical and medical help, as well as a few French nationals and their families left over from the former years before Benin gained their independence from France. Now, we don't talk too much about history here, but in order to understand the people of Benin, you kind of have to understand where they came from. Eventually, the Fon people set up the Kingdom of Dahomey in the 17th century, and they were a very militaristic people group, sometimes referred to as Black Sparta, in which they even instituted a female soldier corps called the Ahosi. Eventually, the Portuguese came in, and the kingdom did business by selling war captives as slaves to the Portuguese. After the slave trade died down in the late 1800s, France swept in and nabbed the area, recalling it French Dahomey. Finally, in 1960, France let go and gave them their independence.
Dahomey.
So, as you can see, Benin kind of has both a Portuguese and French-influenced past. Now, this is where things get a little strange. Remember in the Albania video, we talked about the Sino-Soviet split? Albania actually decided to side with China and not Russia, which may have been a bad decision. The reason being because that made China Albania's only ally in the world. Oh man, the quality was so bad back then. I tried being my own cameraman and I didn't even have any audio equipment. Anyway, during the 70s, Benin for a short period of time was actually under a Marxist-Leninist-based republic, and kind of like Angola, remember? Benin was the only country in West Africa to do this, and it kind of shocked the world. It all had to do with this guy, Mathieu Kérékou. If you want to know anything about Benin, you kind of have to know this one guy. Long story short, he ran the country with an iron fist. He kind of ruined everything: businesses, education, banking. Then he tried to finance the country by taking nuclear waste from Russia and France. Bad idea. And then finally, after
Voodoo is wild, man.
For not having enough money to pay them, renounced
It's
Marxism,
really
and
interesting.
finally, in 1990, a new constitution was complete, and the modern-day Republic of Benin was born. Kind of. I mean, the first real.
It's weird because in West Africa,
but still,
voodoo
how did all that
is
happen in a
like
span of like 11 years? Other people were
not
involved.
viewed as
Talk about
dark
Benin.
or malicious at all. It's just like a
Benin has a
ancestral
quirky, unexpected
worship.
history in friendship.
There's
First
some
of all,
animal
like mentioned
sacrifice,
before, they have historical ties to
but
both
it's
Portugal
viewed
and
as a
France.
positive
However, ties
thing.
with France are
But
much
it's the
stronger, and
weird,
country
like,
didn't engage in slave trading.
other areas where voodoo
Nonetheless,
is
most Beninese people
practiced
take a
that
meh
for
approach
some
to
reason it
French,
has
not really
weirder
enamored by their presence, but at the same time, not dwelling on the drama of
social
being occupied in the past either.
well, I don't know, man. It's stigmas.
It's
It's stigmatized.
After independence, the USSR jumped in and coaxed Benin by being one of the first to recognize their sovereignty. They built up relations fast and sent ambassadors, and finally, that's when Mathieu Kérékou started a military coup and took over, driven by Soviet-influenced Marxist ideologies, to rule the nation. Various cooperation treaties were signed, the Russian Navy had a port in West Africa they could use, and even after the dropping of Marxism in Benin and the fall of the Soviet Union, the newly established Russian Federation still maintained good relations and ties with
here,
Benin. Togo
there's
is
not a
kinda
lot of
seen as,
animal
like, the weird
sacrifice
little
in
brother that
American
Benin
history.
kinda rolls their eyes at. Culturally and historically,
I'm sure it's
they've been
happened.
close through thick and
I'm sure
thin. They
there's
both speak
documentation
French
of
and
it
were part
happening,
the
but
French
like,
Empire, although Togo was under Germany for a while, and they both share some of the same tribes.
I don't know,
the
man.
Aja and the Mina
Like,
tribes. Nonetheless, Benin considers themselves
like
very different
Israel,
as a whole
you
and claims
slaughter
Togolese
a lamb
are way too
and
superstitious,
spray its blood on the
especially
door
in
on
the large
Passover, you know?
population
Like, we
with
just
strange
don't
rituals
have
and
traditions
even
like that.
building
Animal
like
sacrifice
temple
is
devoted to
nothing.
snakes.
Like,
When it comes to their best
we
friend,
don't have a
however,
frame
more or
of
less,
reference
Benin
for
would
it.
probably say
So it's
Nigeria.
hard for
In
us
fact,
to, like,
Benin depends on
understand.
Nigeria for the majority of its export sector and trade. Parts
So
of Benin were
you bring
historically
voodoo
part of
over
the
here that
Yoruba
involves
tribe
animal
Oyo Empire,
sacrifice, and
to
we're
this
like,
day,
what
tons
is
of
this
Yorubas
dark
live
art?
in Benin. In
This
conclusion,
black
as
magic.
small as the country is, Benin's story is gigantically laden with empires, kingdoms, colonies, and gold. Keep writing that story, Benin.
How did I
Stay
get this
tuned,
all
and
tangled?
time is
I haven't
coming
even
next.
played a game today. There we go. That's good enough. Man, that guy kills it. He does such a good job. I wish I could get the volume louder on Edge. This is nuts. I have no idea why it's so quiet. It's maxed out everywhere, you guys. I got that volume just completely maxed out, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? But yeah, there's that. Let's drop in to, this is not the capital. Porto Novo is the capital, but Cotonou is the largest city, and it is where the government is actually seated. And I can't resist dropping into a place called Zongo, so let's try that. See what's over here. Please, mouse? please. And yeah, this is why we'll do a travel video afterwards, because we just pick and choose kind of where we're gonna try to drop in, and it doesn't always lead to something gorgeous. All right, now I can't hear anything. What the heck? How have I messed up this audio so bad today? Everything's like cranked up more than usual, and I just can't hear it. I have no idea. Whatever. This is why we use Chrome. And this is also why we had the window way bigger. Cool. All right. So this is Benin on Street View. I'd say it's got a little bit of charm. It doesn't look like bustling. Where else should we go? Oh, that looked like a picturesque place over here, but there's no drop-in. Let's drop in over here. This looks wonderful. I'm not sure what we're going to, but... Oh, it's nighttime. Huh. It's very high ISO. Huh. Wow. Incredible. Okay. Where are we going? Where are we going? Saint Michelle? No way. Drop us in there then. Do it, you won't. That's where we already went, right? No Street View data, but it looked like there was. Oh, whoa. We're inside. I like those royal purple curtains. This place has like marble tile. And very stylized koi fish. Huh. Huh. Somehow I keep minimizing this. I'm no vegan, but you could argue that animal sacrifice is present in our carnivorous ways. You could argue that. You definitely could. You could. Yeah, animals definitely had to die, but we didn't really offer them to anything. It's more just like, I'm gonna eat you. I'm gonna eat you. Come here, I'm gonna eat you. Who's a good boy? Nom. Oh, that's cool. That's a really cool shot, man. What the hell is happening here? I've never seen this kind of distortion. What is that? What's going on there? Nobody seems worried. This guy's just like, oh, watch out. Damn. Whoa. It's crazy, man. I was looking at a lot of their food, and their cuisine and stuff, and a lot of their top dishes, like most eaten dishes, are pastes. And that's really weird to me. That's really weird. They do put proteins and stuff, like serve them with it, but their main cuisines are sauces and pastes. And some of the sauces are like meat sauces, like they have a mutton sauce and stuff. Some of the sauces are like made with blood. They have things called sticky sauces that are served with some of the bun-like pastes. Their cuisine is kind of blowing my mind. It's paste. I just, there's not many things that I eat that are paste that I'm like, yeah, yeah, love it. It's really good. More, please. Blood pudding is amazing. Wait, blood pudding, I don't know if I've ever had. Blood sausage, I've had. Black pudding, which I don't know if that's the same thing you're talking about. They call pudding things overseas that I just don't think to ever call things pudding. But blood sausage is amazing. I want it. I can't find it here. I have no idea where to even begin to look at it. That's the same thing. Okay, cool. Cool. Yeah, it's really good. But we have we don't just see blood served in dishes here. You just don't. I don't know where I could get a good blood sauce. Blood sausage. I don't even think I could go to a butcher and be like, "You got blood sausage?" And they'd be like, "I do." I don't think I could find blood sausage at a butcher even. Maybe I'm wrong there. Maybe I could, but yeah, I had to go to Ireland to try blood pudding for the first time. Got it all sorts of butchers. Oh, you lucky. You lucky. I'll have to check a butcher. This! Whoa! Crazy image! Hurts my head. The floor is round. The ceiling is broken. Oh my god. We gotta get out of this nightmare room. I'm gonna lose my lunch. Ugh. Is this actually a place? Can I drops? We also have the English heritage. No shit. Is that doing some weird distortion thing, or is this a two-person unicycle? I love to think that that's just a two-person unicycle, man. That takes some damn skill. Man, it's so flat. The glitch is strong in this country. I'm finding a lot of those weird ones, but it's because all of these are taken by, like, this is Thomas Boko that took this. It's not by the Google. Whoa, bro, that looks like a video game level. But yeah, I don't think anything in this place is official Google Street View. So it's all just people with these cameras that can do this, which is cool. I want to get a camera that can do this. This is pretty neat. Can I see your shoes? No. Dope, man. That, I wish I could see that more. That looks really interesting. I don't think we can go up here though. Nah, nothing really over here. Okay, well, in that case, let's take a drone tour, you guys. Benin, 4K, travel video, Africa HD drone travel visit, place, nature, tourism, destination, things to do by Gallivanting. And we've already subbed to her. She was the creator of the video we watched last week, and she did a really good job with it. So I'm happy that this one is her as well. Let me just kind of shrink this window back in so that we can full screen it a little bit easier. That'll do. That'll do. All right, full screen. Let's go, Benin. So this should be a lot prettier than my street view. Gallivanting probably had time to do some walking around, you know, research that. Damn, that's cool. Is that a fishing line? Net? Ooh. So yeah, about 40% I think of this country is covered in like forests, like tropical forests, and then like 35% of the country is agricultural. Land set aside for nothing but agriculture, I guess is what I mean to clarify. Their main export is cotton. I think they did have some other like mineral stuff, but most of it is agriculture. One interesting thing I found was that the cost of gas and petroleum is so high in Benin that there are not very many petrol stations at all in the country, and a majority of people that buy gasoline in the country buy it off the black market. Gasoline from Nigeria. It's crazy, right? It's so weird. Shit, man. Honestly, the landscape looks like Texas if Texas had more trees. And mountains. Texas has no mountains. It's got some hills. Ooh, that's pretty. I like that. That's messed up. Comparing anything to the landscape of Texas, you bastard. So yeah, Geography Now is saying there's like 4 distinct geographies. Like this is kind of the marshy swamplands in the south, I would assume. That's cool. Maybe a different county. We're not really sure. We're gonna stay in the same area, or we're gonna try to, but we may move to like Denver proper instead of being like kind of on the outside of it, depending on what we can find. The place that I'm most excited about is like downtown and really close to Dirty, so that'd be fun. But I don't know, man. We haven't had a chance to look, and there's it's funny because now it's cheaper to live downtown than it is outside of downtown, which I don't understand. There's things in place for like low income housing in downtown now, but there's not really any that come outside of downtown. Like it's all for city and county of Denver really. And since I haven't worked in months, I think we're gonna have to try and find a place that is low income for 1 year. And yeah, that brings some challenges with it, just because sometimes, you know, that can take some time to verify or whatever. It's kind of late. This is a really populated place, so housing is already a struggle. And then low income places, they come with their own set of problems. So we've been trying to do our best to look at reviews and things like that of these places, but some of these places are really new. They're like old downtown buildings that were just converted into nice apartments. But I think the new get rich scheme is to turn things into houses and rent them to people. So using low income government stimulus stuff. So you get money from the renters and you get money from the government for doing that. So some of these places are really nice, but I don't think that the management companies like really give much of a shit about them. So we'll see. We'll see. That's a cool building. I like that. So yeah, this is a really interesting place, Benin, you know? Not super wealthy. Their people are, a lot of them, malnourished. And their cuisine kind of reflects that. They try to pack as many nutrients into just pastes as they can. They're all accessible. None of the dishes that I had read about that are popular in Benin take very long to cook. It's like beans and rice and something fried or something like that. You know, it's an interesting place. I don't think it's necessarily a developing nation. Maybe it is. I didn't read anything to that extent. Their GDP is growing. They're the only country in Africa, I think, to switch to from a dictatorship to a multi-party democracy. So they're doing better. They're growing. This might be what I'd read about was the Venice of Africa. There's like a couple of villages floating in a lake, which sounds really interesting. I know that's around the world. There's a few places like that. Really kind of cool. There's in Final Fantasy X, there's a lake where a city was on top of it and then it sank to the bottom. And I always think of that when I see those places. But yeah, you know, a lot of them, like shanty towns, kind of like that. It looks very, very African. Particularly like South African to me. Like a cosmopolitan area made up of like ramshackled, like homemade homes. I don't know. It's interesting. It's really interesting. French is their #1 official language, but there's like 30 officially spoken languages in there, and most of them are regional dialects, like local tribes and stuff. I think something like 30 or high 30% is illiterate in Benin. So from what I had read, only like 4.5% of their population can use and understand the internet. Like, internet is not big over there at all. Illiteracy rate super high. One thing that I read in a couple of different places, and I just don't understand how this is possible at all, is that the median age of Beninians, I don't remember how you refer to them, is 17 years old. It's like just under 18 years old is the median age of people from Benin. I don't know how you as a country have an average or a middle age of 17. That seems insane to me. You guys don't have regional, like, dialects in Brazil? Interesting. We even have, like, Creole, which I guess is... I guess you could argue. That's the one I can think of. Like, we have different manners of speaking and accents across the board. But I wouldn't call those dialects. I don't think. Although, there are things that have, like, different names depending on where you are. Like, we can't agree on the name for, like, a cola. Where I'm from, every cola was called Coke. And Coke referred to root beer, Mr. Pibb, Mountain Dew. Like, you want a Coke? And they're like, yeah, I'll have a Sprite. But other places it's called soda or pop or cola. Like, I don't think that is necessarily a dialect or anything like that, but we just can't agree on how to say certain things. But that's our show today, guys. We learned a lot about Benin. I think we took a bit of a deeper dive than we normally do. Missed out on our arts and craft, but that's the one thing about this show, that every morning of the show I wake up and I'm like, shit, what's the craft gonna be? And then I try to, like, put something together really fast, so it might be a little less stressful for me to just, you know, do a deeper dive in our travel location every day. It would be fun, but I don't want it to just become strictly travel. I do want to have different segments and things, so I'll try to meet in the middle somewhere on that. And yeah, I don't know, maybe someday we'll add more segments, do different things, but I like our setup for now. I think it flows well. But maybe we'll do crafts once or twice a week, and then do a deep dive on a location once or twice a week. I don't know. We'll see. We'll play around with it and see where we end up. But thank you guys for hanging out. Dornellis and Juddy, appreciate you guys being here. Again, I don't know why we couldn't go live on Twitch today. We lost most of our people to the Twitch API blackout of Mob Crush 2022. But hopefully we'll have that resolved by Friday, and we can do group activities. Let's see where we're going on Friday. I haven't even looked. I was so focused on Benin. We are headed to Bhutan. Ooh, Bhutan. Okay. Let's go. So then Friday, then we'll do Monday, Wednesday, Friday. The next Monday's Brazil. Are you working on a travel video for us, Dornellis? Are you going to be our special guest that day? Are we going to have our first special guest? You got like a week and a half. Bhutan is going to be our next stop, so looking forward to that. I know absolutely nothing. I couldn't tell you a single fact about Bhutan. So on Friday, I'll have tons of facts for you. That's crazy, right? I know nothing about it now, and then on Friday, I'll be like, you guys check this out. Should I? I didn't get any memos, but if you're interested, I could join you. Yeah, man, I'd be down. I'd be down for sure. You could, I don't care, like, if you want to do anything for it, it's like a blank canvas. If all you wanted to do is screen record you going through Street View and being like, this is this place, like I go here several times a week, or just do a tour like that, or if, I don't know, man, I'm down to talk about it for sure. But I'd love to have somebody other than myself explaining things on here. Somebody who could speak a little bit more accurately about what goes on. But that's pretty much it. You guys are already following everywhere, so I'm not going to tell you all the wrap-up stuff. But just in case somebody stumbles upon this VOD in the future, you know, if you watched this far of the VOD, please follow. We make a lot of this content, and if you watched a whole video and got to the end and you're hearing this, just hit that subscribe button on YouTube. Would really appreciate it. Yeah. You could hang out with us on the live streams. That's fun. Get in contact on Twitter. I'm usually on Twitter throughout the day at EverySoOrphan. There's also vibes__club, but you could probably find it easier through Orphan. That's really it. There's a Patreon. There's merch if you're looking to drop some coin on some wares. And that's a wrap for Wednesday, February 23rd, you guys. I will see you on the 25th, Friday morning, 9 a.m. Mountain Time, and it'll be fun. It'll be fun. We're going to Bhutan. We'll probably have an art project, and we'll just chill with the homies. It'll be a good day, and everyone's excited about it. All right. Bye, you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. Have a great rest of your Wednesday, and I will see you.